Hello, my name is Larry D. Reid, and I am the host of Larry Live. If you are watching me, that means that you are a patron. If you see me and my mentor sitting side by side and you are not a patron, that means you do not belong in here. You should not be in here at all. You're wrong. I'm really hoping your throat grows hair and it itches until you officially sign up for $12 a month so you can legally watch what we're doing here. I have my mentor here with me. I'm so sorry. Let me apologize for being very tardy and late. I 100% forgot. I mean, we got this whole conference and everything that is happening and all the people around and then everybody's having a good time eating. I'm like, oh my God, instead of spades, we're supposed to be doing it.
I think Lisa's a little disappointed.
Lisa
a little thing.
No, she wanted to. Lisa wins almost every game.
Well, this would have been her first.
I want to see it. I want to see how it goes. Okay, so you guys take a moment right now. Greet each other. Tell everybody where you are from. There are 306 of us that are here in this chat at dark 30. What is it? 10:18. So make sure I want to see where you are at. I want to know where the patrons are. I just sent out a text, so I know it's going to take a little while for you guys to Trinidad and Tobago, Jersey, North Carolina, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Tennessee, Virginia, Las Vegas, Nevada. I love that. Arizona, Orlando, Texas, Bowie, Maryland. In Atlanta, Snellville, that's near here. Phoenix, Arizona, Midway, Georgia. You can get here. Milwaukee, Coppers Cove, Texas, near Fort Hood, Cincinnati, Ohio, Olivia, Greenville, Texas, Irvington, Texas, Louisiana, Seattle, Washington, Rocky Mount. That's near Wilson with good barbecue. Fort Washington, Milwaukee, Maryland. Brooklyn, New York, Toronto. We are everywhere.
Wow. Fort Mill, South Carolina, Toronto, Greenville, New Orleans, Detroit,
Denver,
Syracuse.
DC, Florida, Sacramento, California, Sumter, South Carolina, Suitland, Maryland. Everywhere. Dunn. I know what Dunn, North Carolina is. Pensacola, Florida. DeLand, Florida. Aiken, South Carolina. Memphis, Tennessee. Chicago. We have everywhere covered.
Yeah, you know, Aiken, South Carolina, they had some good soul food restaurant there in Aiken. I went and preached there about 20-something years ago.
20-something years ago, that's a long time. Susan City, California, Swanton, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Dallas, I doubt it's there, still Bishop. Houston, Texas, Atlanta.
You can tell us like 4 or 5. That restaurant had about 3 to 4 generations.
Oh, really?
Handed down recipes from great grandma.
Jackson, Mississippi, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Stockbridge, Georgia, Eastern PA, Birmingham, Alabama. Listen, there is absolutely no reason those of you on the East Coast are not going to join us here on Sunday. This coming Sunday, Bishop, everybody, all 522 people that are watching me can come to Atlanta, Georgia. Get in your car, make the sacrifice, and be there.
And I understand that it's going to be prophetic happening there as well.
Definitely. You're going to be there with us. So This is how the Sunday morning is going to go. And I'm going to go ahead and break out this secret right now, although I did post
the secret is out.
That Sunday morning, we are going to hear not only from Kurt Carr and the Kurt Carr Singers, but before they get up, Vicki Wine is going to stay over, and she's going to do a few of her hits. Church, I've already been to the water. Church, I've already been baptized. I've already been converted. I feel all right. All right, so
every sense.
And she do something else. We shall be whole. You know that song?
Yeah, we shall be whole.
Yeah. And then that's why I'm saved. That's why I'm saved. That's why I'm saved. I love the song. Oh, more than enough for me. What else she sing?
When right on. She talked about
Miss Judy. I don't care for that one, but At the end, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's one of them. I think it's we had Shabby Hold them. So far. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's the big we should be holding. But anyway, I want everybody to come. Let me tell you why. So she's gonna do that, and then Kirk can do what he do. And then I'm giving, just like I do on the prayer line every Sunday when I do the little tiny piece of sermon. I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
And then after that, we will have the prophetic moment, whenever we're doing our seeds, and then we are receiving the prophetic word normally on the phone call afterwards, where we all going to be there. Wow. So that will give us an opportunity to prophesy to you in person. And not only that, the master prophet will really be the one that will be handling that portion of the service, which is a blessing for us.
Yeah, because I got about 6 prophets that flew in with me.
Exactly. So this is going to be extraordinary. It's going to be groundbreaking, monumental, and let me tell you why. In 2012, I was about to have my services where I bring all my churches together. 2012.
So 12. So this 2012.
Right.
And so this is 2021.
Let me explain this part. I ain't told you this. Duranus Pace, it was not supposed to happen. I got an inspiration. I was called. I went and preached for her, and I said, "Come to the church." And she brought her and her younger sister. Which one was that? The little one, Leslie, I think was her name. And no, Lydia came, and Cameron and Erica can remember that. They're pastors here in NBN Network, and I invited her to come. God moved very strangely that night in the prophetic through her. And her sister in that service falls out on the floor. She was sitting right near me and started rolling in the floor. And so the prophetic got stirred in her. She stood up and started prophesying to the whole church. And she turned to me and she said, "They don't want you." Now, mind you, I have already planned a conference. It was called Reformation. The Year Reformation. Yes. It was called the Year Reformation. That's the name of the church. That's the name of this event. The name of the prayer call line. Okay. In 2012. And she said, "They don't want you. You're not a fit. And they're not a part of your future." And she said, "Don't have it." Now, she didn't know. But we had already had a flyer created. We still had the flyer. I posted the flyer the other day. So now she didn't know what she was talking about, but I knew to counsel this meeting. I had done this meeting since 2009. Every year I bring all my churches together and have speakers. And that year I counseled it. And it was right before. We already had the flights, deposits was already done. Flights, done. Didn't do it. This is the first time I have done it since then.
9 years later.
9 years later. 9 years later, ain't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you had to give birth to a new season.
Right. A whole different connections, whole different space. So I know it is a prophetic moment. And I forgot all about this till I was sitting down talking to Vincent. I was like, wait a minute, and I think it was called Reformation. We started looking for the fly until I found it.
So you were bringing all your churches together during that time. So it means you had people coming in from Jamaica, the Caribbean,
Europe.
Europe. These were all your churches together. And now, 9 years later, you're coming together, but now you're bringing together your whole cyber church.
Yeah.
People coming from, and this is why anyone that is 8 hours in any direction needs to drive and meet us here. You need to just be here.
Yeah.
A flight would be 1 hour. And watch this. When you come, you never come into the presence of the prophet and leave the same way you came.
Yeah.
Because here is the law of the prophet. The prophet shows up in your life to hand you the death certificate and the birth certificate, and it's happening in one act.
Yeah.
So Samuel gets to the house of Jesse. He says to David, "Your career is over as a shepherd. You are now about to be made king." And so there's going to be people that's going to come that they need a new assignment because the pandemic has changed everyone. Hello, watch this. The pandemic has turned your brick and mortar preacher into a Facebook preacher.
Yeah.
Everyone is under a new mantle.
Yeah.
But what would it be like for you to be under a new mantle with a prophetic voice that's in your ear?
Right. But the mantle comes with a methodology. It comes with a tactic, a stratagem. And I feel like when we come together on Sunday, that's what we're going to get for the next phase of our own personal anointings. And so I think that not only will the next phase anointing be there, not only will the power of the 12 and the 8 be in the house, but there are going to be so many things that's going to be breaking off in your spirit during the deliberation of the word. Because the way that God works through me, it's almost like I'm in intercession and I just speak the prophetic word until it drops off of me. So you need to be there. DMP says, I'm driving 6 hours.
Where you're driving from. I want to know where you're driving from. And watch this. When visitation happens, they come unexpectedly. There's a clarion call that goes out, and then people start to show up. You saw what happened at the birthday celebration.
Yes, sir.
We planned for 150 people.
Yeah.
You looked up and it was over 400 people there.
Yeah.
And that ballroom was filled.
Yeah, it was.
And we didn't know how we were going to fill it. There's a clarion call that goes out, and all of a sudden you feel that nudge in your spirit said, got to be there, but I don't know why. If you feel as though you got to be there, there's something on the inside you saying, I've got to be there. Someone says driving from Charlotte.
Yeah.
Type in right now, I got to be there, and watch how the universe begin to make the way.
The way it's going to be made.
The way will be made. There'll be someone who says, I just want to go along with you just for the drive.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you can get anybody to go with you the way we set it up. Only thing they have to do for Sunday morning is become a patron and click register so that we can make sure.
How much is it to become a patron?
$12.
You know what? I'm going to Dante. Which way should I go? This way or this way? I mean, like,
it's just $12. But I want everybody.
It's cheaper than a movie ticket.
I want everybody they have to be there. You will be able to call into the phone line like we do every single week and listen to what is happening, but you need to be there. There will be no live stream. It's only through the conference phone call you'll be plugged in, but you need to be there. And so if you can get there, some of you that are really blessed, if you feel like sponsoring somebody that may be in California who ticket may be a little bit higher at the last minute to get here, sponsor them for them to come, especially their patron. Sponsor them to come. Many of us that are here work at MBN Network, we just, certain people who hit our spirit that was in the chat, we just call them and just pay for their whole way, which means we had to do a ticket and then a sizable donation into the MBN Network to cover them. And so do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say this. If you say, I got to be there, the way is going to be made.
Yeah.
Now, watch this. Why is the way going to be made? Because there's an instruction, there's an assignment. There's something that is invisible right now that's going to be made manifest when you get there. It may be a golden connection. It may be a link or a key to the next door. You may hear something and say, that's the move I'm supposed to make. It may be a word that says, that's the career I'm supposed to go into. It may be a thought says, oh no, I got to sell now. Something you will leave with that will send you home another way.
That's what happened to me in 2015. I was in a conference, Dr. Holly Carter. I had a dream about a woman with gold short hair was leading me through double doors. And I didn't know who she was at the time. I got there and I was in a service, Bishop, everything in my life. I was not in a bad place. Everything was great. The ministry was great in North Carolina. We were doing in a great space. God spoke to me like I'm talking to you and said, move to Atlanta. And I was like,
Wait. You're in a great space. You went to a place,
Baltimore,
Baltimore.
to a conference.
You left North Carolina to go to Baltimore.
Wait a minute. I went to Baba Jones Gospel to perform on his last show, drove back to North Carolina, went to bed, had the vision, woke up that morning, drove back to Baltimore.
Drove back to Baltimore. That's a good 4-hour drive plus.
From where I'm at, that's 5. Yeah.
5 hours. So if you had missed that 5-hour drive, we wouldn't be sitting right here today.
Nope. Mm-mm. That's where I got the call to go to Atlanta.
See,
I heard it. It was clear. Devon Franklin was up teaching, and it was just a clear. And it wasn't what he was saying, but it was the presence on what he was saying, and I heard it just as clear. It was like somebody poked their head, parted time, and spoke down and said, "Move to Atlanta," and then closed it back up. That's how quick I heard it.
Because you see, environment determines what happens.
Yeah.
You have to be in the right space in order to hear that one moment.
Yeah.
And I want to say that there's those of you that are right now, stop the contemplation and start packing your bag now. Hear me. We're in a window. Now we're in a window of opportunity where we can gather.
Yeah.
This may be the last gathering for a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It may be the last time you get an actual physical anointed hands laying on you. We're in a window from now until October. And then once that window closes, you need to be clear about what your assignment is.
Lord, how can I be safe?
What must I do to be
that ain't
safe?
Left me, Bishop.
I know. Everybody type in right now. What must I do to be safe? And see, you could be in the wrong career. You're not safe.
That's right. Not for the future.
No. You could be staying at the wrong zip code. That's not safe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not know that you could be in a zip code that all of a sudden has an outbreak that all of a sudden you're in the middle of, but you were supposed to be somewhere else? What must I do to be safe? And when we were challenged to do the 12 times 12 square, the $144 seed, what must I do to be safe? And you write that down, put it next to your bed, just leave it there. Go to sleep. Sleep on it and watch what Spirit is saying. What must I do to be safe? And some of you that hadn't had the opportunity to sow the $144 seed, now is a great time for you to go ahead and sow the $144 seed. Or you could put a 0 on it if it's not a challenge for you. If it's not, you may say, 144, I'll spend that on lunch with a friend and I. Then you do $1,440. But whatever you do, know that something is happening in the gathering around the call of the 12.
Right.
Notice 12 tribes of Israel being called out of Egypt. Okay. 12 disciples are summoned to go to the upper room, right? But then notice something else happened. How many are in the upper room? 120, right?
Oh, okay.
In the upper room. 120. You put a 0 on that. That's 120. That's 12 times 10. Right? When you begin to look at the number that no man can number in Revelation, that get the seal of God in their head, 144,000. Something is happening.
We were preparing for our guests. We realized that we had 12 invited guests for the Reformation experience.
Stop it.
Yes. Vincent told me that.
Okay, hold on. Stop, hold on. You got 12 invited
guests. Yeah.
So you did that unconsciously.
Didn't even know it.
The Spirit just orchestrated that, bringing the 12 together.
Yeah.
What is happening now that is getting ready to take place?
Yeah.
And then on Monday was the 12th day.
It was.
Right? 7, 12, 20, 20, One.
And when we were doing last Sunday prayer call, we didn't sow on Sunday for Sunday. I told everybody we're sowing for the 12th day of this month.
Something about the 12. Now, you may be one out of your community that's going to have to go back and gather with the 12. Now, Larry, I'm looking at something here. I got to run this in my spirit, but I want to say to every one of you, make your way. Don't do it if it's convenient. You got to make your way. See, there are ways that you just gracefully come to you. Larry jumped into his car, Dr. Reid, turned around and drove another 5 hours. There was nothing convenient about that. Most visitations, when God's bringing you to your next level, there's always a testimony of the way that had to be made. Mm-hmm. There's something that it was not convenient for Noah to build the ark. It was not convenient for Moses to take the people out of Egypt. Mm-hmm. It was not convenient for David ascent to the throne. Every visitation brings about a discomfort, an unknowing, and an inconvenience. Something about the 12 is being summoned right now.
What is that? This is happening while we're on camera, but you know how I like to do. You said, I got to run something through my spirit. What happened in that moment when you were saying that?
I saw a document being created with a strategy. And I felt like people were supposed to get. I was running through my head to see how quick I could get it on paper for people to begin to have an assignment that they leave from the meeting with that maps them into the future that they're getting ready to create.
Like a 12-step program like thing. Okay, that's what I want. Like, I'll be checking because I've been around you a while and I pay attention. When your spirit starts, I could tell it in your eyes.
And I was sitting there saying, I was sitting there saying, where could I get this printed?
Right, but I can catch all of that.
But we don't have to really print it. Those that are there, we could put it on a code, a QR code where they can put it out there and download it and tell them to go ahead and do the steps. But I was seeing people. There's going to be women that go into new businesses. Yeah. See, this is the thing. Some of you, your last payday is this month from a 9 to 5, figuratively, because you are getting ready to be on the other side of the cash register.
Yeah. And this is why it is so important to be in this moment, because it is a God-created moment. It is what has been on the mind of God for several years. And I'm glad that we all have made whatever choices we made to come here.
I'm sorry to cut you off. This is what's happening now. This is divine. If anyone in Charlotte needs a ride, I'm riding solo, leaving out Saturday morning to be there.
Yeah.
See, this is where now.
You know what? This is going to create something.
I felt something just now. I'm kind of messed up.
That's going to, that kind of move, when that starts happening like that, what it creates in that atmosphere when we get there on Sunday morning is going to be life-changing.
Anyone from the DC area driving. Yeah. You see what's happening. Now all of a sudden, instead of people being pointed this way, one way, they're now pointing into community, because what is this that's gathering here?
That's what 12 means. It's gathering. It's the gather. It is the apostolic, that whole wrapping your arms around in the community to move forward. That is very apostolic.
Yes.
I'm in Rockingham, North Carolina. I need a ride.
There we go.
They can start connecting.
And the dots, it's almost like the freedom rides of the past.
Yeah.
Where they're coming up and down the East Coast and down from the West. Amen. Starting to say what anyone from Jersey driving,
anyone
right?
from Dallas driving. That's not that far. It sounds far, but
Dallas, Texas.
yeah, that's not far. Oh, Mobile, Alabama, that's really close.
Anyone in Jersey, Mobile. And watch this. You
hit me up, Charlotte. I can see 3 in my truck. Monica Keys. See? Man.
Shamako said, this is going to be crazy.
It's going to be absolutely crazy.
Look at that. I'm from Dallas, but I've flown here already. So watch this. So she's already here. Call your airlines. See what flights are coming in here. Look to see what tickets, see what trains are moving in a direction here. Whatever you got to do, make the trip, because watch this. This is the first event since you've been under this mantle.
Absolutely.
You have not done a gathering at all. There's been no gathering.
Not like
a matter of fact, you've been really against gathering. Even you don't know why you're gathering.
Well,
no.
I'm not gonna say
I'm kind of shocked.
I'm not really against, but I wanted
he
my
was
spirit.
Not. Watch this. It took a. I'm not gonna go into it.
It wanted my spirit. It just wanted my spirit.
Listen, this is a miracle that he's even allowing something to come together. And for what he's told me, that he had to hear God to be kicking out hundreds of thousands of dollars, because these are not, he's not doing this like in a storefront church. This is done on a world-class stage. This is the future. What Larry Reid is capturing, he is beginning to show you the future of where ministry is going.
Yes, it's God breathed. No mega bus from Dallas, Texas. Okay. Well, we're going to find a way it's going to be made. The moment you put it in your heart and in your spirit is the way it's going to be made. And those that can't, so I said, I can't come, but I am pouring into a few to get there. It's great. So those of you that cannot, it will not be virtual. We'll be on the phone line like we do every week. But I've been saying this since January that we were coming together, and we're going to do it again next year. So don't miss the moment that's going to be created next year. I mean, well, that's what I'm planning. We don't know.
I'm be honest. I'm looking. I don't know. We don't know who's going to be left for next year.
Yeah.
We don't know how serious this outbreak and what's going to be the casualties.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to make light of this pandemic. I believe that God has given us, a grace period. Because when I made the plans for my celebration, people says, well, we're restricted. I says, no, we're going to be in a grace period. Yeah. You made the plans because you had sensed that this was going to be and you're doing it, and it's in a grace period. Yeah. I believe we're having these meetings to set people up to be able to go through what they're about to go through. And we're going to, now I'm not saying it won't be an annual event. Right. I'm just not sure.
I got you.
When the next time the door is shut, I'm not sure when those doors will open again, or if you would even want to go out again because of what's taking place. Something about this meeting is for this moment at this time to get people in preparation for the future. Yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you, even you don't know what you're going to speak on. I don't know what I'm going to utter.
Listen.
When we get there, we'll know.
I'm telling you, out in the middle of the night last night, I had things started coming in my mind, and I said, "Where's this come from?" I don't know. I said, "I don't know if this is the direction I'm supposed to go." So I just started. I went through. I have notes from doing school and preaching for all these years, but there's something that is coming together in my spirit, but it's not here yet.
Yeah, listen. I understand how this works. You're sitting here looking at this thing and saying, "Why am I doing this?"
Look, when I got the outfit today, because I had Tim Arrington to make me a white outfit to wear, and when I put it on, I said, "What am I doing?
What am I doing?" I know exactly. Listen, I'm sitting here saying, Why we?
Yeah.
I know we gather. We're doing something this week, but what am I doing?
It's like my spirit knows that it's something else.
I know but I knew this. I knew I was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I knew not only that I was supposed to be here, I knew that the meeting was called of God.
Yeah.
And I says, okay, we got these entertainers coming, we got these artists coming. We have this is nice.
But it's the Sunday.
I got that. I got all that. I got the bowling thing on tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. But there's something else that is here that God has not pulled back the curtain until we get into the place.
Absolutely. Agreed. I affirm. Agreed. Carson is texting me.
Whatever that may be. So we want you to go ahead and get yourself ready to be in the place. Now, Prophet Larry said there'll be no streaming. And I get it. They would have to put in a line. Well, you know what? It's not even about that. You need to be here. It's not even about that.
I make a reality.
No,
I could pay
because you're right, $500,000.
Right, exactly.
So it's not even about the money.
Yeah.
But you know why you're doing that? Because you feel that, no, you're supposed to be here. There's something about being in the press. And if I can press my way, I can see my brand new day. If you are coming right now, I want you to type in, I will be there and where you are from. Why don't you go ahead and do that? I will be there. I am from New Jersey. I will be there. Amen. And we see that there's people that are beginning to connect with people. They're finding out, wow, you're a Patreon from this particular area.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
That's great. That's great to see that. Hey, Debbie Hayward, I think I spoke to you today. Her and her sister's in the car on the way. Monica Hyde, that's my ex-girlfriend, but she's married now.
Stacy says she's coming from Southern California.
Whoa, she's flying, clearly. Ride needed Charlotte, North Carolina. There's already a group from Charlotte, so make sure y'all connect. And this is closed, so it's just here in Patreon. So if you need to give your email address out, I am already on my way from Connecticut. The Nelsons, I think they're pastors. I will be there Sunday. I live in Austell, Georgia. Great. I'm from DC. I will arrive. Bishop, what is going to happen?
The Spirit of God is moving, because when revival comes, it's like they come out of when they came on the day of Pentecost, they were out from every nation under the heaven. When God calls people out of their villages, out of their cities, out of their counties to come assemble at one place, is because something is happening that they can only hear it and witness it at that place. Monique Williams says, I'm coming with my mom from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Wow.
I'm summoning you to shift your plans if you're ready for a shift in your life. This is really for those that are awakening to shifts. Gail says she's leaving out at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Great. She's from Akron. That's not
Akron.
far. I thought Ohio was far. I guess it's going to be so west in Atlanta. You can go to Ohio. It's like 8 hours.
See, you calling 8 hours not far. Look at you. I love it. Amen. I love it.
So make sure you register. Go about 3 posts down and register so that we know that you're coming to the door. So that we know that you're there. Say, we ain't nobody's pastors, Larry Lord. You don't know. What I'm about to slip it up. Oh, okay. All right. What is it?
They said we ain't nobody pastor. But you know what? You may be coming to this convocation because all of y'all may be going back to pastor in the areas.
I was thinking when you said there was something you were speaking earlier, and I said, I said, if they come here for a deposit and then they go back where they are, because I know many of them on the prayer call, although I may say one line, it'd be a line patched in with like 25 people, so
it's their flock.
Yeah, they may all go back, and really be care pastors in their area, of Reformation.
Yeah. And that's the thing that people gotta, Nicole Copeland says, I am no pastor, LOL. Prophet Larry Reid said the same thing. We've already had this discussion. Amen. You meet no one but you.
Yeah, that's right. How do we register for Sunday? That's in the Patreon link, or you can just go to the reformationexperience.com and click register.
Angelique Chappelle, she's she's Patreon here. She's one of our partners.
Oh, really? Oh, really? That's great.
Yes. She's telling people to connect with her. She's even helping people with place to stay.
Right.
Listen, there's no reason 9 hours from Virginia.
Yeah.
These people are driving in.
I heard from some that are driving in. I'm glad they're doing it because I know it's gonna change their life forever. Somebody said they're 13 years old. Do I have to register my 13-year-old? I'm coming. Yes, register them.
Yeah, and I love the fact that whatever you're doing right now, this show here is not even coincidental. How many people are listening to us right now?
905.
905. So right now, 900 people should be at the place.
Right. Yeah, make sure you take your daughter's email, sign her up for Patreon because they're gonna be checking Patreon and registration. We gotta make sure nobody has taken the registration link and just sent it out to people who are not patrons. So sign her up, get her a patron account, even if she cancels the next month, then go register her so that she can come in with you.
Yeah. And I want to say this to you is that as you are beginning to make preparation, this is a trip that will not be in vain. Yes, there'll be good music. Larry's an artist, so he's going to make sure the music is right. He's going to make sure the sound is right. But there's going to be something in the air that's going to go beyond entertainment. Yes, almost like we were here for the pandemic. Drink ginger, take the vitamin D. And even though there was laughter, but there was something in that air that said, let me get my body straight. And thank God it wasn't a call where every week you were on here saying, these are the names of people that are on ventilators, right? It could have been that kind of call. These are the patriarchs. But yet you had doctors here. You had experts that was coming in and sharing. And guess what? Now is going to be the time that we don't know what this next wave is, but we know that God is getting us ready because God will not do anything without revealing it to his servants, the prophets.
Absolutely. Those of you that absolutely, because of your situations, cannot make it, make sure you're on the phone line Sunday so that you can be in the moment as much as possible. All right, Bishop, I feel like that's what we were supposed to get online and do.
Yeah, and I'm excited about it. And I think that those of you that did not do the seed on $144
from Monday. Yeah.
From Monday, why don't you do 144 seed today, $144 seed. And on the memo, whether you do it through Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, or whatever ways that you can call it in, type in the memo there, what must I do to be safe?
Joanne Bailey, 8 o'clock like normal. Just like normal, 8 o'clock, just like normal. That's when the phone line going to start up. Just the same. It's just that there's going to be more music, but it's still going to be, it's the same thing.
So Sunday morning, 8 o'clock, and we'll be out by roughly about what time?
I'm turning it over to you at offering time. You're probably going to, you're long-winded. I usually do what I do on Sunday morning within an hour or two. So probably the first hour was been there. It's going to be the Vicky and Kurt. So that's 9. So I'm going to be done by 10:30. I'll be turning it over to you. Well, we got the place till 3, but
Okay.
I feel we got all tonight. Nighttime. So.
Well, listen, we'll go until the people say,
Yeah.
no more. But
until God is finished.
Yeah, but the word of the Lord is going to be there.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think we're getting ready to hit something that we've never hit before.
Yeah. And it will be the first time me and you are we are on the same stage, just me and you, other than this stage.
Yeah. And they're going to see the prophet side of you.
I mean, they should already seen that been on the prayer call.
But not on the stage.
Yeah, true.
There's the prophet side of you that's on the phone.
Oh,
But
that's true.
There's a prophet side of you that is standing up in the space.
Oh, now that is the absolute.
Because see, and this is why the phone line is going to be a miss, because you're going to miss the prophetic gestures that come out of Reid, the hand movement, the facial.
You didn't see all of that yet.
I'm in the spirit, right? So that's all of that work. There'll be some times that there won't be any words said, but you can tell by the hand movement what the Spirit is saying.
It's true. Very true. Very true.
So get here if you can, if you got to find your way by Trailway. They still got Trailway?
I don't know how that song. You can make me get I don't care how you get here. Get here if you can.
Yes. And that is how you need to begin. So the weekend is already technically beginning because it's already Friday. You might as well say it's Friday.
Yeah.
Because when you wake up, it's going to be Friday. Mm-hmm. You need to begin to say, my weekend is going to be spent with the prophets, and I'm going to make my journey. Mm-hmm. This is part of you. And I'm going to tell you, and you already have the money for this. You want to know what it's called? In that Taruma app, this is called the pilgrimage. This is where you're now taken, which means your travel is part of your worship.
Exactly. I have already said, I said that to them the other day. I said, if you've been on this wellness plan with me since May of 2019 when I introduced it, you got a lump sum of money sitting over there for this travel.
That's part of your travel. So God has given Israel the assignment of what they need to do in order to meet him.
Come on, Links. Atlanta is on God's map. He has his line through the city. Excited for everyone. That's a word.
That is a word.
8:00, just like normal, like we're doing a prayer line. If you're on this and you don't know about our prayer line, I'm not going to do no fussing tonight.
You're not fussing. You're just educating. Sunday.
Like
Sunday.
Did you hear that, Shabago? Bishop said, I'm not fussing. I'm just educating. I love it. That's what I'm saying from now on.
Yeah.
Who? Who was here? Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be here at 11. He's right.
All right.
Yeah, you got to go, Bishop.
I got to go. They're sending me out. I got to go. I don't want to leave y'all. I thought maybe I could prophesy to some of the people, like, who wants a word?
Look,
I went to Benita. I went to.
Oh, I was just going to say, Benita B, Lord, I'm online shopping for a white dress.
She's shopping for a white dress, but I'm wondering, was she shopping for a new address? Because something has changed in her address. Okay. And I'm wondering if she just moved. If not, there is a move that is imminent. And that is the word of the Lord.
And that's the power of prophecy. Say yes, Bishop.
Whew. You know what?
Okay. All right. So
I gotta go.
We gotta go. And listen, I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday, 8:00 a.m. just like normal. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be doing little stories on Instagram, but nobody's going to be recording while we're at any of the events, like the main sessions and stuff. There's no recording prohibited. This is just for patrons. It is an exclusive event. So I'll see you on Sunday on the phone line or in person. I cannot Wait, I thought y'all wasn't rushing tonight. We came up here late. That's why I said we won't go rush. We forgot. I forgot. I put it on me, but I totally forgot. I mean, but I am human. Totally forgot. I can't wait to hug you, Bishop and Larry. Can't wait. That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be tremendous.
It is. Been a long time coming. All right. See you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.